Unbelievable job, man. I'm so proud of you. The whole team. Nobody panicked. You stayed the course. Hey, the toughness, I've told you this before, the toughness of this football team on full display, man. That's Buffalo Bills football, man. Great job! Keep just staying the course on this journey together.
Same thing. We stay here. We're not getting high, not getting low. All right? One day at a time, we'll keep stacking. All right? Love you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Zillion, talk. That is Buffalo to a core, baby. How about those Buffalo Bills? Right here, baby! Right here! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 16 of the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us. Sean, thanks for giving us a few minutes. Another week, another comeback win. You overcame a 24-7 halftime deficit. You won 35-31. How do you describe the mindset of your ball team after another big-time comeback win?
Yeah, vicious, man. Just so tough, so dialed in. Didn't care what the score was at halftime. Really took it one play at a time in the second half, and the result was the result.
Yeah, and of course, Josh flexed 19-28. He led 5 straight touchdown drives, the last one of the first half and 4 straight coming out of halftime. How important is it in a game? Give our fans a chance to insight as to how important it is to have the most important position on your team also be the leader emotionally and, even keeled but focused. Have Josh set the example he does play in that spot.
No, it's huge, Steve. It's, when you have the leader like that, the face of the franchise at the quarterback position, everyone follows him, and so he does. He sets the direction of our team every week, not only on the field, but also off the field as well.
So he also got some help with James Cook having a great year, 22 carries for 107, surpassed 4,000 for career yards rushing. He leads the NFL with 1,100-yard rushing games this season. You're 10-1 in games where he has 100 yards from scrimmage. He really has helped take the burden off of Josh and all of the stuff that goes on offensively. How important is it for James and his skill set with the running game and all the stuff that he does come down to help, and how important is it in December and January football?
Yeah, it's huge. It really is. You want to be a two-dimensional offense at any point in the year, but also in particular at the back third of the year, back quarter of the year. So we've been able to establish that. Credit to the offensive staff, the offensive players, Jimbo in this case as well, and his mindset has been top shelf for sure.
Yeah. So you got a new dad on the team, Dawson Knox. He led the team in receptions last week, 3 catches, 37 yards, had a couple of touchdowns as well. The Bills franchise holder for touchdowns by a tight end in their career. What's it mean for the offense to have reliable weapons from young players, but also up to seasoned vets like Dawson?
He's a guy that we've just relied on for years. Again, what a leader. Congrats to him and his family as well for the newer addition to their family. And to be able to balance that and come in and play like he did just really speaks volumes about who he is, his character, and how much this team means to him.
Got some veterans that have really helped you out in this game. In a game where you needed to dig deep, they showed you how to do it. Matt Milano had 10 tackles, two sacks, a forced fumble. Trey White had an interception on a deep ball in the midst of the comeback. Joey Bosa showed up with a batted 4th down pass. Jordan Poyer was flying around the secondary as well. Just missed having an interception himself. How can these veteran presences like Milano and White and Bosa affect the rest of a defense when you've got a lot of young players sprinkled in?
Yeah, it's like we got kind of these guys over here, then we got these young guys all the way over here, and trying to get them blended and form some level of consistency. And I'll tell you what, those guys that you mentioned really helped us through the back half of that game. Two big-time stops at the end of the game, in particular on the defensive side. We may not win that game. So just good things as we move forward here.
All right, Coach, we'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Browns in Cleveland on Sunday.
Game Plan is presented by Energy Mart, official energy supplier of the Buffalo Bills.
When we come back, Eric Wood gives us his breakdown of the win over New England. Later on, Dion Dawkins is mic'd up for the win over the Patriots.
Welcome back to Week 16 of the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time in the show now where we chop some wood with our good friend Eric Wood. Eric, the Bills down 21, down big in the first half, and it really looked hopeless. What happened?
Well, they got on a roll offensively. Early on, they were moving the football. Well, let me rephrase that. They go 3 and out to start the game on both their first 2 possessions, and then they're moving the football, only able to put up 7 before the half. They find themselves down 24-7, but then an offensive explosion happened. They score touchdowns on 5 straight possessions, including the one before the half. Ray Davis consistently set them up with great field position throughout the game with the kick returns, and the run game started clicking. The play action off of it started clicking as well. And then at times, Josh Allen had to take the games into his own hands, and they were excellent in the red zone. Besides the kneel downs at the end, the Bills were 5 for 5 scoring touchdowns in the red zone.
And it was an offensive explosion there just after the first couple of 3 and outs, and they went on that run, as you said. The thing that gets lost in this sometimes is the fact that the Bills' defense came out, held them to 7 points in the second half, and outside of one 62-yard run where on a play where the defense absolutely had it shut off, he popped it out the backside and got loose. This Bills defense looked completely different in the second half.
They did. They made adjustments well. And that's kind of been the theme of this defense. And people say, okay, well, why don't we make those adjustments to start the game? Well, at times, we heard the Bills talk after the game how defensively New England was doing things offensively to keep them off guard defensively, breaking a lot of their tendencies. They had the bye week to deal with and extra time to prepare. And so the Bills, it took them a while to get in a rhythm defensively. And let's face it, when you're out Christian Benford, you're out Terrell Bernard, you're out all those guys along the defensive line, it's not a situation where they have to necessarily game plan for individuals over and over along this defense. It's more about figuring out how they're going to attack us and then trying to take that away.
It took a contribution from the entire roster to come back and win the way the Bills did, but it's always led by Josh. What a phenomenal second half he had. Really, it wasn't almost wasn't as impressive as the Cincinnati game, but nevertheless, his presence on the field, you can feel the pressure he puts on the defense.
Oh, he truly does. I mean, the 3rd and 14, 3rd and goal from the 14. I mean, that throw that he made to Dawson Knox, not many can do that. I thought he did a great job of taking care of the football throughout the game. This was a game that was lost in Orchard Park because of 3 turnovers by the Bills. And so the Bills go through this game without a turnover. I thought Josh made smart decisions at times to maybe take a sack, to throw a ball away, knowing that, hey, now the defense is starting to play better. They're going to keep us in it even if we don't score touchdowns. Now, many of those drives led to touchdowns in the second half because they made plays after those smart decisions. But Josh was efficient again, and in the second half, he was excellent.
Thanks, Eric. We'll travel safe to Cleveland, and we'll listen for you on the broadcast against the Browns.
I appreciate it, Steve. Have a great week.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, Dion Dawkins is mic'd up for the big win over the Patriots. Plus, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology.
One play at a time. Technique.
Love you, man. Have a little fun, man.
Yes,
Be
sir.
you today.
What's
right?
up?
You can't beat this now.
Come
We get
on.
to play some football, man.
In the snow, baby. Fiend. Fiend. I'm a fiend for Dave, man. I'm a fiend for you. Yeah. I'm a fiend for you, Dave, man. Yeah, Davey. Ah. Ah. Hey, hey, hey. That Barmore big shit, ain't he? Hey, but you try to bring that bull rush from hell. You took like 4 steps. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I said, what the you gotta build on me, I'm already knowing, bro. I said, this coming full bull rush. I said, stop. All right, cool. Damn. Yo, Yo, I counted everything. I said 1, 2, 3. You trying to get the little extra push, huh? Straight fumes. Straight fumes.
I'm gonna buy it when they put on your chest, buddy.
For sure. I keep my on the dresser at home, man.
Yeah, I like the way you lead out there, man.
Thank you, brother.
How's Jerry? Ever give you a hard time or what?
Oh, no. He's a good-ass old man. Good old man right there.
That's my guy right there.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Happy granddad.
Getting off him. Nice job of getting off him.
Hey, that's safe. Hey, what you hit me with a rip? You hit me with a rip?
Yeah.
Clean, though. I know. I went straight like this. I said, no, don't hold up. No. Real I said, no. Clean. For sure. I went straight fly mode on. How you doing?
Yeah, bro, that sexy as every play.
Which one?
Everyone, bro.
Oh, thank
you
you.
were killing it that whole series.
Smell like we're on the inside of a grill.
Your best for 15 minutes now, bro. That's all you got.
Like science, ain't it?
It's all angles. Football's angles.
Facts.
It's and leverage.
There's
Angles and leverage.
there's so much more than just blocking, catching,
I know.
and tackling, and kicking. There's so much more. That's why it's a game of inches, bro. You know? Like, it be just the little stuff. Like, you can get your hand on somebody just a little bit, and the whole play will work. You know? And the same way for the opposite way, and the play won't work. It's just crazy. God damn.
We'll probably see it in a couple weeks.
But you got my vote, my nigga. Hey, Shaves, hit a backflip.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology. Plus, hear Coach's final thoughts on facing the Browns on Sunday.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
The Bills are the comeback kids. Down 21 points to New England, quarterback Josh Allen turned into a machine, meticulously taking what the defense gave him for 5 straight touchdown drives. They leaned on the rushing attack too. James Cook was a man on a mission, grinding out 107 tough rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Here's a look back at Buffalo's victory over New England. The Bills outscored the Patriots 28-7 in the second half. Running back Ray Davis gave Buffalo a shot of momentum with a 58-yard kick return to start the second half. Davis averaged 41 yards per return against New England and leads the NFL, averaging 32.5 yards per kick return. Allen was also a spark. Per next-gen stats, Allen was efficient in the second half, averaging 9.8 air yards per attempt compared to just 2.4 in the first half. Allen also completed 4 of 7 downfield passes for 91 yards and a touchdown. 32 of his 48 rushing yards came on 3 designed runs. James Cook was the answer on the ground, putting up another game of at least 100 rushing yards, making it his 8th on the season and becoming the 3rd Bill in history to do so. His 3 touchdowns tied a career high. Buffalo's second half efforts put them at the top of the league. They lead the NFL with a plus 116 point differential in the 3rd and 4th quarter. That's 39 more than any other team. Buffalo's 21-point comeback win is the largest by a visiting team in the history of Gillette Stadium. The Bills are now part of an exclusive club. They're one of just 6 teams who won at least 10 games in 7 straight seasons. Josh Allen has been the catalyst. He's so tough to scheme for because he's an elite passer and a motivated runner. Allen leads the NFL with 280 total touchdowns since 2019, 46 more than second place. Head coach Sean McDermott and general manager Brandon Beane are also behind the victories. They've been exceptional at drafting the right players and developing them into the best versions they can be.
After the break, the crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly gives us their game preview for Sunday's showdown with the Browns. Plus, Coach tells us what it will take to get the win against Cleveland on Sunday.
The Bills are getting ready for their final road game of the regular season with a matchup against the Cleveland Browns. Rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders will get the start for Cleveland. Head coach Sean McDermott knows how to scheme for rookie quarterbacks. Since 2019, the Bills are 9-3 against rookie quarterbacks. They allow an average of 13.6 points per game and force 2 takeaways a game. McDermott is so good at confusing looks pre-snap, having rookie quarterbacks' heads spinning as the ball is getting snapped.
Yeah, but the key there is to get them in long down and distance situations first. Then you can spin that dial and really cross up a rookie QB. So I think the key here is to get rookie running back Quinshon Judkins on the ground. He is a load. He's a tackle breaker. Buffalo's run defense really has to get back to the way they played against Pittsburgh. And the week after that, when they really held the run game down of their opponent, got to do that here to put Shedeur Sanders in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, because he does have a tendency to hold on to the ball. That should lend opportunities to the Bills defense to get some sacks.
Buffalo's run defense struggled against the Patriots in the first half, allowing 177 yards on the ground. Much better, though, in the second half, allowing just 69. Cleveland's strength is on their defense. That's because they're led by the best pass rusher in the game in Myles Garrett. He is their motor with his relentless effort and incredible get-off. He's just 1.5 sacks away from beating the single-season record, which is set at 22.5. How do you let Myles Garrett not spoil your game plan?
Well, you got to commit 2 people to him on every single play, and previous opponents have done that to try to keep him from wrecking the game. Simply put, he cannot be blocked one-on-one. He is just simply too good. So you have, whether it's a tight end and an offensive tackle, 2 offensive linemen, a back helping an offensive tackle, 2 guys on him every single play wherever he is in the formation.
Garrett has said, I've seen it all. I've seen the chipping, I've seen the double teams, I've seen the triple teams. So we'll see if Buffalo can throw something that he's never seen at him before. It's the race to the playoffs. It is heating up. Just 3 weeks remaining in the regular season, and Buffalo has a chance to punch their ticket to the postseason with a win this weekend and either a Houston loss or a Colts loss. But you don't want to rely on other teams to get you to the postseason, Chris.
Right, so keep stacking wins. And look, the division is still in play, but the Patriots are in the driver's seat there. They just have to win games, and they can outdistance the Bills. Not enough time to catch up. But I will say this. The incentive is still there for the Bills to keep stacking wins because the wild card race is just as tight right now. Very tightly packed teams there. You have to keep winning to ensure your playoff ticket.
Most definitely. With a win, Buffalo would be 5-3 on the road this season.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube.
Okay, Coach, back on the road. Quick trip to Cleveland, right? Just down the road. A lot left for this team to play for coming down the stretch. Division is still on the table, also seeding for the playoffs. What's your message to your team this week as you head on the road to Cleveland?
Yeah, much of the same. Consistency in our approach. You know, you look around the NFL every week, no different this past week. It's a week-to-week league, so I almost get tired of saying that, but it is what it is. So we're trying to play our best ball down the stretch here.
Well, you're facing a top 5 defense in total yards allowed, the top-ranked pass defense against your offense. Myles Garrett leads the league in sacks. He's a sack and a half from setting the all-time sack record in a season. I mean, how does this defense? I mean, you've seen some defenses this year. How's this one compared to those, and how does it change your approach?
Yeah, well, you know, we talk about difference makers. This guy's a difference maker.
Yeah.
You turn the film on, I'm watching overlapping film of, say, an opponent's offense. There's a Cleveland Browns defense, and you're going, hey, let's do that right there. Oh, that's Myles Garrett. He can do things that a lot of guys can't do. So he's a special player, future Hall of Famer, and We have a ton of respect for him, so we got to get him blocked. Let's start there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Good luck this week against the Browns. We're going to take next week off because of the holidays. We'll be back for Week 18. And thanks to everybody at home for joining us on the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare system of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.